Some are calling the Denver metro market, the real estate market, the weakest in the country. Hey, it's Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group, and welcome to the Denver metro market in a minute, plural, where we go through 9 key health metrics of the Denver metro market, look at the month over month and the year over year trends, and then take a look at a little bit longer term perspective. Now, this is unedited, it's unscripted. We're just walking through the numbers. If you don't like data, this is probably not your video. However, if you want to put this data to work to make the best move for you, then stay tuned. We'll talk about that. All right, so like I said, 9 key metrics of the real estate market, broken out into 2 different color codes. If it moved in favor of sellers, it's shaded in green. If it moved in favor of buyers, it is shaded in red. Kind of a 50-50 split in April compared to March. So we're looking at month over month first. Biggest mover is the amount of inventory jumped up by nearly 16%. So as of May 1st, there were 12,000 plus homes on the market again, compared to less than 11,000 the previous month. Now, 2 culprits here contributing to that, and by the way, that is shaded in red because that favors buyers. There's more to choose from. There's more leverage when you're making an offer. So if you're buying a home, lots to look at. New listings up 11%. That's the 4th straight month of not only gains, but double and even triple digit gains in new listings. Look at that, January, 152% bump in new listings, 13% in February, 20% in March, 11%. So it's kind of flattening out. However, 4 straight months of new listings hitting the market is going to contribute to the inventory. Pair that with a reversal in the increase in new purchase contracts, actually decreased this month by 3.5%. So 3.5% less purchase contracts in the month of April. Now granted, there was a 26% bump in March, so that 3.5 is coming off of that. So with that 26% increase in contracts in March comes an increase in closed sales this month, in April I should say, of 13%. The average selling price, that's only measuring what's sold in any given month, is up for the 4th straight month. Albeit just 0.6%, but hey, up is up, 724 to 728. The median price also up. That's up 1%, 599 to 605. The leverage factor, the median sold price to list price ratio, down nearly a full percent, went from last month, nearly 199.9 to 99.2. What does that mean? That is the median measure of that's the measure of the median close price compared to the median final asking price. It's about a 0.8% spread from final asking price to close price. Market times, I think I talked about, they are split, with average down 5%, median up 6%. Now let's look at this year over year. How does this compare to April of last year? Well, again, about a 50-50 split between seller favoring and buyer favoring metrics, with the biggest ones actually being market times are up about 11 to 12.5%. The average is up 11, median's up 12.5%. So it's taking longer to sell a home. Yeah, the headline number on the median's only 2. I get that. The headline number on the average is only 4. But by percentage, those are the only double-digit movers year over year. So homes are taking longer to sell, giving buyers more leverage and more, breathing room to think about things. New listings down 5.5% year over year. And while we did see a massive spike in inventory last month, it is actually down 4% year over year. Purchase contracts are up a little bit. Closed sales are up more than a little bit at 5.7%. However, look at the prices. And this brings me back to the opening. Is Denver the softest market in the country? By multi-percent, meaning 2%, price drops year over year, one could derive that is one of the softer markets. So the average selling price down 2%, the median selling price down 1.6%, and the leverage factor largely unchanged, 0.02%. But let's look at this on a longer term scale. So this is going to take us all the way back to August of 2022. So going on 4 years worth of data here. I started it then because that's when we started seeing the effects of the mortgage rates coming into the real estate market. I should say interest rates coming into the mortgage rates, then coming into the real estate market. So first thing we're looking at, average and median days on market. Nothing here but cycles. There's not a tremendous difference in any 1 year, save for, just a little bit longer every single slow season, December. Next up, okay, so this is the graph that kind of tells the entire story of the real estate market, in my opinion. So you have available homes, total inventory in the red line. You have new listings coming online in the blue, and you have new purchase contracts in the yellow. So if we go back to early part of 2023, you had purchase contracts almost up to the number of available homes, aka 1 month worth of supply. Now you have 2.5 to 3 times more inventory on the market at any given time than purchase contracts being written. So if you are, and by the way, new listings are coming on every day. You can see the kind of cycle there. We're working our way towards what's probably going to be the peak of the year. It is every other year, May, June, that time frame. And kind of the same with the yellow line, the purchase contracts too. And really the same with inventory as well. So really all three are about to peak out for the year. But anyways, if you are on the market as a seller and the market feels extremely slow to you, you're in this gap between the contracts being written and the homes that are on the market, which means your positioning strategy is probably not correct. Because there are homes, and it is roughly 5-6% of them in any given month, that do experience multiple offers and do experience bidding wars driving prices up. Yes, even in 2026. All right, next one, closed sales. Hovers between the lows of January, which bottoms out around 2,000, and the highs that top out around 4,300 to 4,500, we'll call it, in any given year. That hasn't changed. That has remained constant for the last 4 years, and likely will for the rest of this year. Lastly, prices. Okay, so is Denver the softest market? Well, let's check it out. When we were back in August of 2022, we're coming out the raging sellers market of the free money COVID era. The average price was around $690-ish, we'll call it. The median price was around $585. Fast forward to today, and yes, there have been some peaks, yes, there's been some valleys. The average and median price are both higher than 3.5 years ago, and they should be. Throughout history, real estate appreciates about 2 to 4%, depending on where you're at, per year. However, that hasn't happened in these last few years. Yes, it's up, but no, it's not to the tune of 2 to 4% per year. So you can see where that's been throughout the last 3.5 years, almost 4 years, we'll call it. It's been relatively flat. Gains, yes, but historically, flat. All right, lastly, median sold price to list price ratio. It's been a while since this has crossed north of 100. In fact, it's been 2 years since this has crossed north of 100, where the median home was selling for more than the median asking price. We're in that 99% range, and likely will remain there or close to there for the rest of the year. Now, as that increases, because it has been as low as 97%. That means that there's just a better overall wholesale meeting of the minds between people selling homes and people buying homes. So there you have it. This is a macro level look at a 7-county area. The key here is not all markets in that 7-county area are going to behave the same. So if you are in the market now, you plan on entering the market, you plan on moving in the next 12 months, make sure that, number one, you align yourself with a professional who understands, first, even where to get this data, but second, how to interpret it for your move, for your local area and for your move. That way you can leverage this data to make the most profitable sale for you, the best purchase deal possible for you. That's the key to using this data. Again, I'm presenting it as a macro level look, but the key is in the micro. And if you want that for you, just drop a comment below and make sure to subscribe to this channel so you get notifications when new market reports like this come out. I thank you so much for watching. Again, Sean Reddy, Keller Williams Reddy Group, and we'll see you next month.